Hey, this is Coach Sheldon on board Build Theme Parks, and welcome to this debating video from Alton Towers. Now, this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a few weeks now. Since we got the news that Nemesis Sub Terra is closed permanently, and it won't be coming back, as is Alton Toadstool, but I can pretty much assume with Toadstool not coming back that Cloud Cuckoo Land could be the major development for 2020, and that's going to be the next Area 4 development. So, in this video we're going to be talking about the future of the Nemesis Sub Terra site, what do I think could happen, and things like that. So we're going to get started straight away. So basically, if you don't know much on the history, I've got pretty much a full detail of the layout and stuff like that over on the Nemesis Sub Terra review, and either April or May I'll be releasing a Closed But Not Forgotten video on Nemesis Sub Terra, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And also after this video, make sure you go and watch the Sub Terra review that I put online a couple of days ago. So basically, in short, it was a 2012 dart ride. It was an ABC dart drop tower system located inside a big building. It was replacing the lava lump at the time, but on that site before it was the Dynamo, which was a breakdance flat ride. It looked an alright ride. I mean, I think I remember doing the Dynamo. I think I remember doing it. Not too sure on that. I'll have to try and dig out some stuff, but I think I do recall going on the Dynamo. Whether it was in Ugland or whether it was in Forbidden Valley, either one of the two. So it has had a lot of history, that site, and of course back in 2011 we got the construction. Well, we got Lava's Lump, being deconstructed. We got the fence around the site of, what's going to be coming to this site and stuff like that. There was like warning posters and stuff like that. Then we sort of got the first teasers for the codename Nemesis What Lies Beneath. I was about to say What Lies Within, but that's Terror of the Towers. Yes, so we got the teasers of Nemesis What Lies Beneath. So we kind of knew it was going to be like an underground storyline, but linking to the Nemesis creature. Of course, Nemesis, the B&M inverting coaster, for those of you who don't know, that opened in 1994 at Alton Towers. That was a legendary coaster with a legendary backstory, and we could see, we kind of understood from those first teasers of the attraction of 2012. We kind of knew it was 2012 as well. We weren't going to suggest it was 2013 because we kind of had a glimpse of construction, and we also had the first major glimpses and the ideas and plans for Secret Weapon 7 at the time. So we knew it was going to be 2012. We didn't know it was going to be 2013 because that's what we were predicting for Secret Weapon 7, which of course became the Smiler. So we sort of got those first posts, and we sort of immediately linked 2012, Nemesis backstory, and some kind of underground theme. I think we sort of caught a glimpse of the fact that it could be a dart ride, and we kind of knew it was going to be a dart ride, and it was definitely one of the best dart rides Alton Towers ever done, right up there with, with Hex and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's definitely one of the best dart rides Alton Towers have done. So, of course, 2012 came along. We got the name Nemesis Sub Terra. We got the backstory when it was opened at the start of March 2012, and it was a very, very good ride. Very, very good. And of course, 2015 they closed it on behalf. Well, 2015, 2016. 2015 was the last year of operation, sort of, and 2016 was sort of the first closure year, shall we say, for the Towers Loving Care program. And that's when we started to get signs that maybe they're going to be doing some intensive work on it. But then, of course, 2018, they used the building, they ripped the Sub Terra sign off, turned it into Project 42 for a scare attraction. It was left SBNO for a couple of years. Then it became Project 42 at Scarefest in 2018. And then, of course, this year in the close season of 2019, we understood that as well as Alton Toadstool, Nemesis Sub Terra will not be coming back at all. So there are two potential routes that I think that this could go. Now, one route is to keep the building and do Project 42. Again, so turn it into, I think what Thought Park will probably be doing with the Amasobita building when it's not Jungle Escape. Still hate that. Yeah, that Thought Park rant was a mad video. So one route is to keep the building, like Our Celebrity looks to be with Thorpe Park, and just use it as a scare attraction building for Scarefest. That's what they're doing, what Thorpe Park are doing with Fright Nights. So it looks like I think they should be using that for Project 42, or maybe if they're gonna tear it down at some point, maybe move Project 42 to X Sector. Maybe. I mean, Subspecies is getting on a bit now, so maybe relocate Project 42 in the next couple of years. Who knows? But of course, the other route they could go with this is a brand new dark ride attraction, something that isn't going to require a lot of maintenance. Well, not a lot of costs, is what I think Nemesis Sub Terra did, because I think one of the main reasons Nemesis Sub Terra closed is, of course, you've got to think of the cost of the actor pays, the maintenance of the ride, or make sure all the effects are on. So there's a lot of things you've got to consider with Nemesis Sub Terra, so I'm guessing that's kind of why they closed that attraction among many others, to sort of cut back on the budget. Of course, if it wasn't for the Smiler incident, then we maybe would have seen Nemesis Sub Terra kept open, maybe. But I still think there was a chance they could have closed it even without the Smiler incident, sort of hinting on the budget of the park and the company. Melon Entertainment. So I think Nemesis Sub Terra's time would have been coming to an end at some point, because you've got to take into account again the maintenance costs for the ride and things like that. So the other option, I think, is a dark ride where it doesn't rely on actors, doesn't rely on that much costs, on effects and stuff like that. And one thing I was thinking, and don't get me wrong, they could build the building a bit higher, and create a flying theatre. Now, I know this is probably going to sound weird, a weird option, but I definitely could see it happening. I could definitely see a flying theatre come to Alton Towers. Maybe they'll use the Clan Theatre building if they're not going to use Sub Terra for a flying theatre, but again, that's for another video. That's for a different video I've got in the works, so I'll sort of bring updates when that video is set to come. Won't be for a couple of months though, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, there's other options I could have gone with. I could have easily said, bring Dynamo back as a, you know, because 2020 is the 40th anniversary of Alton Towers, so I would have said, oh, bring Dynamo back as a classic ride, and yeah, bring a couple more classic rides about like Dynamo, the bouncing bugs for the families, bring a bit of life into Clan. But of course, if they're redeveloping it, then maybe not. But maybe bring Ripsaw and Dynamo back, or something like that. So there's a million different routes they could go with this, with the Sub Terra site. They could keep it as a Scarefest thing, or they could put a brand new dark ride or attraction in that spot. But the reason I say Flying Theatre is because they can do some really good stuff with that, and with the Forbidden Valley theme, they can bring in like a backstory, like a legend of some sort. You look at Verbolten, the Sierra coaster at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and you look at how they brought in the Black Forest and the story of the Black Forest with their Oktoberfest themed area. You know, you got Forbidden Valley. And one thing I was really interested in, and it's a shame, it's a good thing they're using this scene for the Alton Towers dungeon, but it's a shame they couldn't use it for a separate attraction, and that is the Witch of Burslem's Haunted Cottage. Molly Lay, the Witch of Burslem. It's a shame they couldn't do that. But then again, if they were to maybe change a scene and maybe use that theme for a different attraction, maybe they could re-theme Jewel into the Witch of Burslem and create a different theme with that. But there's a million different possibilities they can go with that as well. So there's different things they can do. So there we go. So that's this video then from Nemesis Sub Terra. Like I said, there's a million different routes they can go with this. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see what the future is going to be for this attraction, this site, etc. So thank you very much for watching this video from Nemesis Sub Terra. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. My name is Coast Chal, keep living the coast life, my dudes, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care. Have an awesome day, my friends.